plays games with Steve
and Angel.
Oh my god, my arm is tired. Oh, well, welcome back, guys. Wait a sec, Larry.
That's my line.
What? Too bad. Go ahead.
You only heard one bang? You're sure?
That's what I said.
Don't wear it out.
Shut up.
But thank you, Dick Gumshoe. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs.
It was so funny when the screen shook just now to just add a little oomph to that bank. Everything shook except for Lotta Hart's picture there.
Lotta stands firm. Lotta's my rock.
And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
I hate you. Mr. Butts, I hate you.
What?
Nothing. You only heard one gunshot? Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Oh my god.
Not sure? How could you not be sure?
Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else.
Something else?
My radio, dude! On my headphones.
What?
Order, and stop that booing. Bro, you suck!
You suck!
Worst character!
suck!
Mr. Butts, did you call him a character? Mr. Butts, you were listening to a radio on earphones.
Yeah! So what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time.
I hate music.
Yes. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
That's enough.
Enough.
Yeah, continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right. Leave it to me.
I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me.
You're wasting my time. Sorry, I can't help but hear that every time Von Karma says
Wasting my time?
What is that?
From Giovanni from Pokemon Puzzle League.
Oh, God.
Wasting my time.
What, Larry Hoyd?
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like
Real booming loud.
Real booming loud like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah! What's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't it a free country?
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
A bass drum.
True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Objection! Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing at this charade. Larry Hoyd, Can you imagine him just like full blast listening to like All I Want for Christmas Is You?
All in the Christmas tree, that's what it means to
And I.
It's funny, like I don't know the lyrics. But no, it was so funny. I was singing.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. You don't remember?
Oh no, I know the song. I just don't know the lyrics off the top of my head. Just like it was funny. I was talking about rocking around the Christmas tree last night.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know, like, because someone said fucking pie, and that like that signaling me. Because like when I hear that song, it's like, what's the lyrics? Like, we'll have some pumpkin pie.
Oh, I'll have some fucking pie.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'll have some fucking pie. And I don't mean like fucking pie, like fucking pie.
Like American
I mean, like,
Pie?
Man, I want some. Yeah, it's like not American pie. It's more like, man, I could go for some fucking pie right about now.
Pie.
And that's me on Christmas.
Worst Christmas song is how does it go? It's the
The Christmas shoes one.
no, it's the
Simply having.
yeah.
For
Christmas time.
Have no one
That's the worst Christmas song
Yeah.
by far.
Is that
I hate that
spirits
song.
up? We're here tonight on Gordy Lake. Simply having.
I actually had never really heard it, but it was on the radio,
Yeah.
and I was like, Anne Marie, what is this horrible song?
And then like SungWon's is like white people.
Yeah, God. Fucking Paul McCartney.
Yeah, it's a terrible song.
Yeah.
He probably gets tons of residuals from it.
Yeah.
Can't think of any other songs Paul McCartney would get residuals from, so lucky him.
There's also, do they know it's Christmas time at all? So condescending.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
that one's kind of just
That was just
funny
bad.
though for the
Yeah.
reasons.
All right, well, let's find out what he was listening to. So, real booming loud.
Hold it.
Hold it. Real booming loud.
Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on?
Yep.
I wouldn't think you could... Okay, I'll just wait. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. I'll just press this. Hold it. What did he say?
Objection! Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us?
Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We don't care.
I don't care.
No one cur.
We should care.
No, we should cur. We should cur, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why? Why should we cur?
Well, how do you know we if we don't ask, huh?
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot.
Oh, it's almost Christmas. Interesting.
Hold it.
Hold it. Are you sure?
Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
Maybe Von Karma was right. Not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But
So far.
Yeah, give it some time, Phoenix.
but there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Well, because it was almost Quimbus. Let me see. Hey, it's almost Christmas.
It's almost Chrysler.
Almost Crisis. The plot. Just after midnight on two for the murder weapon. I think it's this, but let me double check. This is probably another Angel Just Do It moment, but I need to make sure there's nothing else that also possibly repeats the singing. I don't know.
Steve, you know now you know what it was like for me in Virtue's Last Reward.
Yeah.
This is your karmic punishment, Steve.
Taken automatically at 12:25 per moment.
But so much time has passed since we recorded that. Like, I've grown. But now, like, all those episodes have come out, and now I'm like, oh, yeah.
This was taken afterwards, though.
But I respect Angel's hustle. They want to figure out themselves, like I wanted to.
Yeah, and then you still did.
I heard two sounds like gunshots just after midnight. Two shot. All right. Well, I think this is the one that contradicts it. It's just we're presenting the same thing again. So, all right. Objection. All right. Yeah, there's no music. All right. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with that? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot.
Indeed, and now, pause. All together now. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Yay!
Thanks for letting us all do it.
I know.
Do you realize what this means?
Oh, I love Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But that contradicts the two testimonies we heard so far, Your Honor.
Also, why did you, Maya, and Larry say that all at the same time? That was very strange.
I don't know, it's fun. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots.
Good shots.
The gunshots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas.
No, you ruined the word gunshots for me now.
The gunshots.
Shots, man.
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Did he say good shots?
Order, order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots. You did say gunshots, didn't you, Mr. Wright? After midnight.
No.
No. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. Loser.
What? You're too good at voicing this guy. I just because you're totally capturing how much I hate scaring.
Yeah, specifically
you're
that
doing,
sprite.
You're doing a good job, but I'm just
Thank
like,
you,
oh my
thank you.
god, I want to punch you and him. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
I think he's right.
It's my favorite Richard Linklater movie. That reference.
Wow.
Way above both of your heads. Don't worry about it.
What's the movie?
That one's
Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor.
There, you know, before sunrise, before sunset, before midnight. Anyway, don't worry about it.
Sunrise, sunset.
Oh, he heard that gashot before midnight.
Please stop saying good shot. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a shot before midnight.
Why say many words when few words do trick? Wait, show me evidence that what?
Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Before midnight. Before midnight. Well, this was taken after midnight. This old photo, there were many gunshots that were heard before that midnight on Christmas on that day.
Oh, you got me in a technicality right. Well done. Truly an ace attorney.
Evidence? That was... This has nothing to do with this. The parrot, erstwhile accompanying. The murder weapon fired 3 times. Taken automatically. Press a... Okay, hold on. There was a gunshot before midnight. Before midnight. Shows an empty lake taken automatically. Oh! Shows an empty lake taken automatically. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
Take that! Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh, yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Boring. Rips it in half.
This is useless. Your Honor?
Please only show me interesting photos.
One's with murder
What are
and
you,
blood.
the algorithm?
Odd.
Instagram?
Oh god. The real issue here is media is awful.
Yeah.
I hate social media.
Mr. Wright, I only want to see photos of you in the corner making funny faces while arrows are pointing at the thing you want me to look at.
Does he know?
Can you believe?
Larry Butts.
No. The real
Can you
issue.
believe Phoenix Wright wears a tie? Wow.
Wow. God. The real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Aha!
Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Ms. Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night, there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Why would this be?
Objection! Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Pulling out these 5 exclamation points. Don't worry about that.
There's no turning back now.
God. Man, I want to go to Disney. I haven't been in a minute. A minute being at least a month.
Let's go.
That
Talking to the 2 perfect people to go with.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go right now. Fuck this.
Yeah, fuck this. Let's go.
2 perfect people.
People.
2 perfect people you should present.
If you have any. The murder weapon. It fired 3 times. Bears prints. Okay. Found in the ballistic body. The ballistic marks match the murders. Okay.
You know, when you brought up Phoenix Wright's tie, that just like all of a sudden unlocked a memory that I had relating to Ace Attorney, and I should talk about it, but maybe not at the moment.
I'm glad you brought it up then.
But just remind me to talk about it.
I'm definitely not going to remember.
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 Angel's got a good memory. He'll remember.
Remember who you are.
So it's not like I can take a picture when no loud noise is detected. Faces the lake. Proof that there was 2 gunshots. Second link photo. Overhead map. Taken automatically at 12:15. So I just have to prove that 2 gunshots were fired.
Okay.
Taken automatically at 12:25 and press A to view. Shot from a meter away. Shows empty lake. Proof that there was actually 2. This says that this was fired 3 times.
Let me correct real quick. Wasn't the judge asking proof that the sound Larry heard was a gunshot?
Yeah.
That's what he's at. That's what the judge is asking.
Oh, okay.
How's that different than what they just said?
Because I think Angels is saying like, oh, proof that, you know, oh, it was 2 gunshots.
I mean, yeah, gunshots would still imply that they were gunshots.
No, but the way Angel was saying that made it seem like the question is like proof that there was 2 gunshots.
Okay.
No, yeah, Steve is right. The judge is asking, how can you prove that the sounds were caused by? Because Von Karma was like, oh, maybe Larry sneezed.
Yeah.
How can you prove that they were definitely gunshots?
Okay. I have 2 thoughts, and it's either that like this says that this was fired 3 times, or like this has been fired 3 times, or it's just showing the camera again because it's set that way. I'm just gonna present the camera first. Take that.
No. Is that a smirk I see?
Your Honor, sorry, I wasn't really sure about the evidence.
Yeah, so the problem with the camera is presenting the camera doesn't prove that it's a gunshot. The camera takes a snapshot when there's a loud noise.
Right.
So that doesn't prove anything about it being a gunshot. That's what they're arguing about right now. Like, how do you know how can you prove that it was a gunshot?
That it was a gunshot that was at 11:50.
Both.
That both were gunshots taken automatically at 12:25 p.m. I guess I'll just go with the pistol then. Take that.
Yeah, I mean, what would prove that it was a gun? The fact that it was like there was a gun that was fired. You know?
I think maybe I'm just thinking too far ahead because I feel like not all 3 of those shots were shot that night.
I think instead of thinking that far ahead, you got to think in the moment of like what is something that in this moment goes. Because a lot of, and also really in court, like it's like you kind of just have to prove the possibility of something, right? Of like, well, prove that it's a gun. Okay, well, don't worry that maybe it wasn't a gun, but at this moment you have to just answer the question that was presented to you.
Gotcha. All right, this is my evidence.
Hands up!
Right.
This is my evidence, Judge. Okay, innocent, not guilty.
Let's just be cool.
It's a shame there's really not enough negative space around Phoenix's left hand there, because I would love to just Photoshop a gun.
The murder weapon.
Something about this pistol is bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots.
It's bothering me. You're pointing it at me, and you have the finger on the trigger. You're not practicing trigger safety.
However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was a shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! I'm gonna go turn on the AC, so if the judge talks, Steve can do it.
Okay.
That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Why, Charlie Brown, why?
Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. G-shots, gunshots separated by 25 minutes.
It's pronounced gunshots.
Gunshots. What's wrong, Nick?
I remember the time I said shots and looked like a total doofus. I have it. I have it.
Huh?
Remember the case with the Steel Samurai?
Huh? Yeah, of course I remember.
Yeah, the time on my favorite TV show that one of the stars got murdered and the other one was accused of murder. Yeah, I think I remember that one. That's like if Steve was like, oh yeah, I remember that time when Dan Castellaneta died trying to fucking, I guess Simpsons isn't your favorite show, but
I mean,
yeah.
It's up there.
It's up there.
I love when Dan Castellaneta tried to frame Julie Kavner for murder.
Oh, God.
The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case.
What do you mean?
Maya.
Yes?
If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm gonna run with it.
Right. I mean, is this safe?
Safe. We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay?
Right, Nick.
Or if I say gunshots again. Your Honor? Yes,
Take a
Mr.
shot
Wright.
every time he says gashot.
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
All our viewers are gonna have alcohol poisoning then. By
God.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. So, you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Mount Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. Thank you, Detective.
No problem.
There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes. But this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who this is sitting on the boat.
The murderer and Hammond. Edgeworth and the murderer.
We'll just remember, who is it?
Oh, let
originally?
them just try it first.
Explain.
Don't click it, but just what do you think it is?
Explain who this is sitting on the boat. They're not sitting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, objection, Your Honor.
Got him!
Dun, 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 brrrr.
Turn off the music. You're a dunce.
The murderer and Hammond.
All right, get the confetti ready, Gumshoe.
This proves that Edgeworth is innocent. And Ron Carver's like, what? No. It's like a loser says, what? And it's like, see?
Gumshoe!
He admits it.
Confetti time!
He admits it. Not guilty. Oh, you're right. It's not guilty.
Explain who this is sitting on the boat. I'll admit that I'm like thinking so far ahead that I'm
Don't
not
think
really
ahead.
in the place.
Also, every time I feel like every time you said I'm thinking ahead, I'm like you're thinking on pace with the game actually.
Oh, okay.
So, right now, what did Phoenix just talk about?
That it's God, why am I blanking? God. That he was shot prior.
Who was shot prior?
Hammond.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this photo is when?
This photo, I mean, the photo says it was taken at 12:15.
Okay. So, what would have then? Who are these two in this photo?
This is
And don't click it. Just say it first.
Who's in this photo? Is it Hammond and someone else? Not Edgeworth?
So, what did you just say before I asked you that question? What had to? Phoenix is saying that what happened?
That this was taken before 12:15. This was at
No.
11:50, or 20
That's
minutes
not
prior.
what Phoenix is saying here. This photo was taken at 12:15.
Okay.
Okay. But what does Phoenix think happened?
That
Okay,
this photo was.
Let me ask you this question: Who before all of this? Who did we assume is in this photo?
Edgeworth and Hammond.
Okay, so that's clearly not it, right?
Right.
Because otherwise, it's just it's the same exact
as
thing.
usual, yeah.
So we thought, oh, it's Edgeworth and Hammond in the boat, right? But what did Phoenix think happened?
Like what actually happened?
Yeah.
That this photo is not a photo of the actual gunshot.
When you say actual gunshot, what do you mean by that?
Like it wasn't the fatal blow.
Okay.
That was actually at 20. That was actually 25 minutes prior.
Okay. So then, who are these two then?
In this photo,
Yeah.
well, if Hammond supposedly was killed sooner,
Okay.
then this isn't Hammond. This
Okay.
is Edgeworth and the murderer? Yeah? Okay.
Doesn't that just make sense about what you just said? Yeah.
Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50. I'm saying this so confidently, and I'm really like, it was.
But you get it, right? Like by what you just said, Phoenix thinks that Hammond was killed before, So that can't be Hammond in the photo in that one. Yeah.
But it makes me wonder, what is this photo actually? Like, is it just like...
Let's find out.
All right, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
Wow, he seems really confident there.
It's like Maya's like, no, Phoenix. Like, okay, listen. Okay, what did you say before?
It'd be funny if it's just like they're like on like a tablet and Phoenix is about to like pick the wrong answer. And
It's
like,
it's
no.
the fucking
No.
kilogram of steel. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
But steel is heavier than feathers. No, Nick. Okay.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't remember Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer.
had a stupid joke like,
That's my favorite rapper.
Yeah. I was wondering if anyone else was ever going to make that joke.
well, we're on the same wavelength. Often.
Murderer's name.
The murderer's name? Right, it's... I don't know. I don't think it's a lot of heart. And the murderer, I don't think it's Miles, so it's... I don't
think it's Miles?
Age is like, it could be.
I hope you believe it's not Miles.
Edwards is like, what do you mean you don't think it's me? Of course it's not me.
Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
Can I get a different lawyer?
You don't know.
Bah! Again, you waste my time.
He says that a lot.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is a caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not in a boat?
What? Well, then where did the murder take place?
Did you kill him on a boat?
I thought the exact thing.
Did you do it in a box? Did you do it with a fox?
Show the bridge where the
Did you do it here or there or do it anywhere?
Was it just at the boat shop? Okay, actually, show the judge where the murder really took place. Yeah. Take that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. I knew that. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Objection. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will.
Boy, I sure don't know how to sail.
The night he was out on the lake in a boat, that night he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something, and he crashed right into another boat.
Wow!
He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this?
No, not really.
Yeah, really, truly.
But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out.
In manga form.
Yeah, got it. Oh, no, Angel. No.
What?
Danganronpa reference. Oh, God. No, that.
And let's do Hangman's Gambit.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
And go into my mindscape and snowboard and I'll figure it out.
See,
That
this
night-
is why you need to just watch our playthroughs, because Danganronpa's like, hey, want to play Ace Attorney, but every part is horrible?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm for that.
Yeah.
All right. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop.
What's the fucking skateboard called again?
The skateboard, like when he's like snowboarding
Or surfboard or whatever? Yeah.
I don't know the actual name of the game.
I forget what it's called.
This is around 1150.
Hated that.
Yeah. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond.
But can you spell Robert Hammond?
Oh, God.
There's no M's. There's no M's.
God. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out in the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
On the boat?
Edgeworth is watching Nick kind of go back and forth between these two options, and Edgeworth is like looking at him like,
The boat shop caretaker.
Bye.
Of course, it was a murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
I mean, I've been shooting like 50 times. I'm not trying to hit anybody.
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
To create a witness? Because the first shot missed. But he purposely missed. I guess to create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. You keep doing my pauses. You do the judge.
To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men of the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. Of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Oh, yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Oh, no, please.
Yeah, sure.
Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bitch! That last part was completely unnecessary, but... Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly.
Am I the bailiff? Are you the bailiff? Which one was the bailiff?
None of you are the bailiff.
You mean me? You mean you?
Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually.
Yes.
Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. Sorry. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Your Honor, sir?
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him, quickly. We cannot allow him to get away.
Everyone proceed to run around in circles.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Yay, Nick, you did it!
Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with this testimony. Larry really helped us out.
Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Half the time it is, Maya.
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Nope. Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax.
I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean?
Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind.
Oh my god, just kiss.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder.
Well, leave the memories alone till tomorrow at least.
Oh.
Yeah. Have no guys make no new memories until tomorrow.
Yeah, just stand still.
Just blank slate mind.
Do nothing.
Yep.
Just your name and breathing.
All right.
Name and breathing.